This tutorial will demonstrate 2 ways on how to add additional flower petal rounds. I'm using an H crochet hook for this demonstration. You can use other size crochet hooks to create this tutorial. Now we will start with a chain of 5 and then join. Join, chain 1. Round 1 will be 10 single crochet through the center of the loop. And I'm going right through the center here of the loop. I'm not picking up the chains or anything. I'm just going right through the center of the loop. And I'm also crocheting over the tail, which saves me some time in sewing it in at the end. Join with the beginning single crochet, chain 1, single crochet in the same space, chain 3, skip 1 single crochet in the next, chain 3, skip 1 single crochet in the next. We've completed 2 chain 3 loops. We'll have 5 total. Chain 3, skip a single crochet in the next, chain 3, skip a single crochet in the next. We have 4 loops, chain 3. Now we'll do a slip stitch in the beginning single crochet. We have a total of 5 loops. Now round 3 will be a chain 1, 6 double crochet in the chain 3 space. And when you see the instructions to crochet in the next space, this is what you will do next. We will do 6 double crochet in the next space, which is this chain 3 space right here. But there are a lot of variations of what a space is. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, chain 1. Now I'm going to slip stitch in the previous single crochet, chain 1, 6 double crochet in the next chain 3 space. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, chain 1, slip stitch in the next single crochet. We've completed 2 petals. We have 3 more to go. Chain 1, 6 double crochet in the next chain 3 space. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, chain 1, slip stitch in the next single crochet, chain 1, 6 double crochet in the next space. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, chain 1, slip stitch in the next single crochet, chain 1, 6 double crochet in the next space. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, chain 1, and slip stitch in the beginning single crochet. We've completed the first set of petals with round 3. Now for round 4, we want to add more chains so we can add another set of petals. Now we want to create another set of petals. So what I'm going to do is a back post single crochet around round 2, which will be around this single crochet right here, and I'm going to take my hook and wrap it around to the right of the stitch, over the front and to the back, and I'm just going to make a single crochet just like this. We want the petals to stand a little higher than the previous row, so I'm going to chain 5 and do a back post single crochet around the next single crochet on round 2, and we'll have 5 chain 5 loops around round 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I found the easiest way to do this is to pinch the 2 petals together like this, and then just go around the post of the stitch like that. And you can see here that it's putting our loops on the back side. Now slip stitch in the beginning single crochet. Now I've completed another flower in a different color. I want to show how you will change colors if you want to do a different color. And what you'll do is just slip stitch around this post here. Once you complete the slip stitch, you'll do the back post single crochet, chain 5, back post single crochet, back post single crochet, chain 5, 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 slip stitch in the beginning single crochet. This is what it looks like. This is the front, and you can see the little color we have added right here. This is both flowers from the front, and this is what they look like on the back. And that completes round 4. Round 5 will be a chain 1, 9 double crochet in the next space, which is the chain 5 space, or chain 5 loop, There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, chain 1, slip stitch in the next single crochet. This is the second set of petals. This flower will be the same with a chain 1 and 9 double crochet. And it's easy to substitute triple crochet if you prefer to make your petals a little bit longer. You can also substitute triple crochet. And there's 9, chain 1, slip stitch in the next single crochet, this is the petals for round 5. This second petal shows what triple crochet look like compared to double crochet. And this is what you would do if you want to do triple crochet instead. I still just do the chain 1 and then 9 triple crochet. And the chain 1 actually curves the edges and pulls it down here and gives it the little rounded look that I like for flowers. And that's why I still do the chain 1. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, chain 1, slip stitch in the next single crochet, so this shows one petal with double crochet and these 2 petals have triple crochet. You can modify your flowers however you want to. Petals. There are many ways to modify your petals. Sometimes I'll mix the stitches, maybe do 3 double crochet, and then 3 triple crochet, and then 3 double crochet. Chain 1, slip stitch in the beginning single crochet, and you can see the difference that alternating stitches makes. This gives it a little more of a point. And you can do that throughout any of these rounds if you want flowers with more of a point or more of a rounded edge. It all depends on how you mix and match your stitches. Now on occasion, I may want my petals to be staggered, which means I want the petal to be right here. So what I do with that, I have 9 stitches right here. So I flip this over and I just slip stitch over to the center. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It can be on either side of the center stitch. I'm just slip stitching over here till I get over close, and then I'm just going to put my hook through the stitches and around the chain and do a single crochet, chain 5, and then single crochet over here in the center of the next petal, just like this. Chain 5, and if you find that 5 is not enough, you can chain 6 or 7, modify it how you want to modify it, and do a single crochet over in the center of the next petal, chain 5, single crochet in the center, chain 5, single crochet in the center of the next petal, chain 5, and slip stitch in the beginning. And this is what it looks like on the back side, and this is the front. Now this is what we do if we want to do the same thing with our multicolored flower. We will just attach the new color of yarn here in the center of the petal. Now chain 1 and single crochet, and you can see a little bit of the color on the front, and that's okay. Now chain 5, single crochet in the center of the next petal, chain 5, now single crochet in the center of the next petal, chain 5, single crochet in the center of the next petal, chain 5, single crochet in the center of the next petal, chain 5, and slip stitch at the beginning. Now I'm going to chain 1 and do 4 double crochet, three triple crochet, that's the second triple crochet, now the third, and 4 double crochet, chain 1, slip stitch in the single crochet, and then here you can see how we have a petal in the center here staggered. Now we'll chain 1 and do 11 double crochet. There's 6. Now chain 1, slip stitch in the single crochet. So this is what we have with this flower. Now I'll be finishing up round 7 of this green flower with the 4 double crochet. There's 2, 3, 4, 3 triple crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochet for a total of 11 stitches on each petal. And chain 1, slip stitch. I have 3 more petals to make on this flower. Now round 7 on this flower will be a chain 1 and 11 double crochet. There's 9, 10, and 11. Chain 1, slip stitch in the single crochet, and there's what this one looks like, and I have 3 more petals to complete on this flower with 11 double crochet. I finished up both flowers, and I'm cutting the yarn on this last one. And this is what they look like. And this is how you sew in the tails. Just weave the tapestry needle between the threads just like this. And then I like to go back the opposite direction, just kind of to secure it, and cut off the extra yarn. And you do that with all of them. And cut off the extra tail. Hello again, everyone. Today's demonstration will be that of a flower. All I've done here is chain 5, and now I'm going to join it together like that. I'm going to chain 1, do a single crochet, and I'm going to chain 3, do another single crochet, 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 and chain 3, and then join this chain in the first. That gives me 5 loops into my chain. So now I'll go ahead and slip stitch into this chain 3, and I'm going to do double crochets. So I chain 3 for my first double crochet, and then I'm going to do 9 more double crochet in this chain 3 loop. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now I'm going to single crochet in the single crochet in the previous round. And now I'm going to do 10 more single crochet. This is just a knot. I'm using scrap thread, so this is just a knot, nothing to worry about. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I have 2 of my petals done. I'm going to go ahead and finish up on a round. Then I'll have more details after I finish up. Okay, I finished this up the rest of the way around, and then all you do is do a single crochet down here and then join up here into the third chain like this, and then pull it together, and so you have a flower. Now if you needed to stop there, you can stop there, or you can continue on. And I'll show you one of my favorites that I like to do. We just go back here and ignore the fuzzies. They're just thread that I've tied together because I don't like to waste my yarn. I always have a purpose for it, and so I just tie them together when I have one color. So I just kind of slip stitch in the back of here to get to the center, and it doesn't have to be the perfect center because flowers are not perfect, so if there's little anomalies and variations, that's okay. And then I've done about 2 slip stitches, and so then now I just take and poke my hook through here and come up to the front, and then I reach through this bottom loop to the back and grab a hold of my thread and pull it through, and then just do a single crochet. And now I chain 4 and then do another single crochet approximately in the center of the next petal, and I do it the same way, poke the hook through and then go down through the middle to the back, pull the thread through and do a single crochet, chain 4, go over here to approximately the center, poke the hook through, down through the hole into the back, and do a single crochet. Okay, I went ahead and finished up the 4 chain loops back here, so I just go on through here and chain 3, do 9 more double crochet. Okay, and now I go ahead and do a single crochet in the previous single crochet in the back, and in the next loop I do 10 double crochet, and I'm going to go ahead and finish it on around. Okay, I finished that around, and here's the finished version of this flower. It's nice and full, and that's kind of what I like about it, because the fullness makes these little petals here pucker, and then these are further out around. They lay a little bit flatter. They can be fuller. It's just all in what you want and what kind of flower you want. You can play around and you know, add more stitches, take stitches away. There are many variations on how to make a flower. This is just one that I really like to make myself, and so I thought I would demonstrate this flower. Thank you for watching. Okay, I'm going to show you how to make a puff stitch flower. I'm using an H hook, Red Heart yarn. You can use whatever yarn you prefer. All instructions are listed down below, and you can find me at crochetjewel.com. I'm going to slip knot onto the hook and leave about a 6-inch tail. Start with a chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then slip stitch to join to form a ring in the beginning chain. This will create a ring. Chain 2, this will count as your first double crochet, and then work 11 double crochet around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double crochet, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 'Now you're going to slip stitch in this chain 2, 1, 2, and you'll have a total of 12 double crochet including that chain 2. Okay, start with a chain 2, 1, 2, yarn over in the same, insert your hook in the same stitch as your chain 2, pull up, pull up, and have your, when you pull up, have it loosely match your chain 2 here. You don't want it too tight. Now you're going to yarn over and pull up 2 more times, so that will be a total of 3, inserting your hook 3 times in this stitch here for this time, for this round, or this stitch here.
So yarn over 2 more times and insert your hook and pull up, yarn over and insert your hook 1 more time. That's a total of 3. Now in this next stitch, yarn over, insert your hook in that next stitch, pull up, do that 2 more times, so that's a total of 3 in this stitch here. So you have 3 here, 3 here. So we're going to do it 2 more times. Yarn over, pull up your yarn loosely. You don't want that too tight. Yarn over, insert it 1 more time. That's a total of 3 in that stitch. So now you have all those loops on your hook, and what you're going to do is yarn over and you're going to pull through all those loops. And then you're going to go chain 2. 1, 2, and then you're going to slip stitch in this next stitch here. So that's your first puff stitch. Chain 2, 1, 2, yarn over, place your hook in that same stitch as your chain 2 and your slip stitch. Yarn over, place your hook in that same stitch. This is 2 yarn overs. Now you're on 3. Yarn over for the 3rd time. Insert your hook. Draw up your loops loosely. Now in this next stitch, you're going to do it 3 more times. Yarn over, place your hook in. Yarn over, place your hook in that stitch. Yarn over, place your hook in that stitch here, that same stitch. Pull up your loops loosely, so you have 3 and 3, and yarn over and pull through all the little loops. Chain 2, 1, 2, insert your hook into the next stitch, slip stitch here, chain 2, 1, 2, yarn over, place your hook in the same stitch as your slip stitch, do it 3 times, so this is 1, 2, 3, loosely bring up your loops. In this next stitch, yarn over 3 times, yarn over 1, pull through loosely, yarn over 2, pull it up loosely, yarn over 3 times, draw it up loosely here, yarn over, and draw through all the loops. Chain 2, 1, 1, 2, insert your hook in the next stitch, slip stitch, yarn over, chain 2, 1, 2, yarn over 3 times in that same stitch as your slip stitch, do it 1, yarn over, pull up, 2, yarn over 3 times, so that's your 3rd time, yarn over and pull through yarn over, place your hook in the next stitch 3 times, 1, yarn over, 2, yarn over 3 times, yarn over and draw through all your loops. Chain 2, 1, 2, insert your hook into the next stitch and slip stitch. Chain 2, 1, 2, yarn over 3 times in that same stitch as your slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, yarn over into the next stitch 3 times, 1, yarn over 2, 3, yarn over and draw through all the loops, chain 2, 1, 2, slip stitch in the next stitch, chain 2, 1, 2, yarn over 3 times in that same stitch as your slip stitch, 1, yarn over, 2, 3, yarn over, and place your hook into the next stitch 3 times, 1, yarn over, 2, yarn over, 3, yarn over and slip stitch through all, pull through all the loops, chain 2, 1, 2, slip stitch into the beginning stitch here, just so you can connect it. And now I'm going to cut about a 6-inch tail and pull through. I'm going to show you how to just connect, weave your ends in. Now that you have your flower, you have 6 petals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your flower is about 2 inches by 2, and if you want it bigger, you can always use a bigger hook. If you want it smaller, you can use a smaller hook. That's how you can adjust the size. Take a tapestry yarn needle and just weave in your ends on the back here so you can't see them. I usually just do it 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and then I'll just cut it off. You always want to make sure it's weaved in so you can't see it at the end. Sometimes I'll keep those ends if I'm going to attach this flower to something, and I'll just use the ends to attach it. But this is just to show you how to finish it. And right here, this is the back of the flower, so I can just weave it in. Nobody's going to see it if you're doing it in the back. That's twice, and then I do it 3 times. And then cut it off. And you're left with the flower that looks like this in the front. All instructions for this pattern is listed up above. My site is called crochetjewel.com. If you have any questions, let me know, and thank you for watching.
Hi, it's Anne from Indie Lovely. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to crochet one of these pretty fancy hexagons. This is the pattern that I'm using for my crochet mood blanket. So let's get started. I'm going to start with this green color for my center. So what I do here to start, I do a slip knot like this. Okay. Then I put my hook in. I'm using a size H, as you can see, 5mm. And the yarn I'm using is from Vanna White Yarn. Vanna's Choice, right? 2, 3, 4. So you want to chain 4, okay? Now you want to slip stitch into this first stitch like this and pull it through like that, okay? And see how you have a little hole in the center. All right, we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, right? All right, now find that hole in there, and then you want to double crochet into it like that. See those first chains? Now they look like a double crochet, right? So let's do 10 more. Whoops, double crochets into the center. And I'll meet you back when we've finished. So to finish the circle, we're going to look to that first full stitch we made right here after the 3 chains right here. See? Right in the top right there. We're going to slip stitch into there. Like this. There you go, right? Alright, now we're going to cut that with about that much space. Grab it, pull it through, and then hold it like this. Tighten it up, put that string through, and then pull it through. That knot will lock it. So even if it gets pulled through here, it will, the next stitch will pull it into a knot. So it can never unravel very far. And a trick here, pull this apart here, and then you see your stitch. Go ahead and put your hook in and pull your tail through like this, and we'll weave it in as we go. That way at the end, you can just cut those strings right off. I love that, because I don't like weaving in all those strings. It just never happens. So if I do it as I go, it's just so much easier. So let's add another color. My next color that I'm going to use is this beautiful turquoise. Yay, I use it a lot. See, right here? I guess I love this color combination. Alright, and color combinations, I mean, you could use anything. You know, just grab some yarn and put it together. It really will look good. I mean, not very many colors look bad together in a blanket like this, you know? So don't get too hung up on color combinations. Just go for it. Alright, so what I like to do is I like to start right here after my knot. See my knots right here? I just like to go right after that. So then I know what stitches, how many stitches actually are in here. Because I need to make 12 of these. Right now we're working on this part right here. The little spokes on the inside. Alright, so I just tied it on. Make sure your yarn is going this way because we're going to crochet right over it. Part of the weaving in as we go process. So here you want to chain 4. Alright. And then we're going to go into that next stitch and making sure that that yarn is right along your stitches, see? So that when I crochet right over it, locking it in, right? Okay, so then chain 1. So what you're going to want to do for the rest of the stitches around, you're going to want to double crochet and then chain into each one of them. So I'll meet you when we get to the end. You want to have 12 of them, alright? Alright, so here we are with 12. And you've done your chain. So go into, see this long line of chains right here. Alright, so you want to go the third one from the bottom. So 1, 2, 3. And you want to slip stitch right into there, like that. Pull it through. See? That way it looks like you've got that chain in the middle. And that will look like a double crochet. Yay! So it's going to look like a bowl. It will. When we do the outside, it will pull it all taut like you see here. So let's do, oh, we gotta cut this, tie it off. Alright, pull that stitch and then weave in that end so you won't have to do it later all at once. I mean, this might seem like it adds a little bit of time to each one, but honestly it saves you so much time at the end, so much frustration. So here we're gonna do 3 chains like that, and then holding this tail, we're gonna crochet right over it, double crochet in there, in that same space like that. Alright? So then that next space, you're gonna do 2 double crochets like that. And we're gonna do that all the way around, so I'll meet you at the end. So here we are at the end. So you're gonna want to slip stitch, pull it through like that, and yep, it's going to bowl up. So let's tie this color off. like so, weave in that end. Alright, so that's the circle. Next, we're going to do the last row, last round. So basically, you want to start anywhere in between one of those two stitches like this. Whoops. Pull that through. Tie it up top. Hold that yarn close. Chain 3. And then double crochet 2 more times into that same space. Okay? Like that. So the next one, you want to double crochet into the next space between 2 of the stitches. And then we're going to make this a corner. So what we want to do here is we want to chain 3 like that. And then we want to do 3 more double crochets right into that same one. And that will create a corner. It's just like in granny squares. And if you want less of a corner, less of a space in between, in here, all you have to do is just do 1 in between, 1 chain in between. So the next one, same thing. Go in between those 2. Let's get that extra strand out of there, making it look funny. Like that. And then we're going to do another corner into this one. So basically, you do a corner every other space in between those 2. See, and it will make corners. So we'll do 3 chains. And then 3 more double crochets into here. And that'll make a corner. See? So you just keep doing that all the way around. And that's the last round of it. And that's how it becomes a hexagon. And then this one's going to be a corner. So I'll do 3 chains in between, and then 3 more double crochets in here. See what I mean? How it starts to pull it out flat? So go ahead and finish, and I'll meet you at the end of this round. So now all I need to do is join. And you want to join it right here. Slip stitch it together. Cut that tail about that long. Pull it through and tie it off. And then you want to get back here. Pull that through. And now I could cut all of these strings right now if I wanted to. And I do go along, and as you can see on the back of this one, I cut them as I go. After I joined a couple, I cut them all. You know, like I have a little cutting party, and then I have a pile of pretty scraps that makes me feel good. So, in the next video, I'm going to show you how to join them. So you can make a blanket like this. See you then. Did you find this tutorial helpful? Please feel free to share it on your blog, on Facebook, on Twitter. I'd love to help as many people as I can get started crocheting.